फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. I'm Suramya Kaushik. It's time for us to talk about the day 3 of India versus England first test match in Hyderabad. And for that, I have with me Vineet Ramakrishnan, who's been covering things for us live from Hyderabad. And along with him, I have with me Chetan Narula, Jamie Alta, and Sahil Malhotra. Hello, gentlemen. Good to see you here. Vineet, when the day began, we were just wondering whether there'll be day 4 or not. But now we know that the match has gone to day 4. How do you look at this match, and where are you seeing this match going on day 4, or is there day 5 on cards as well?
I don't think that it's going to day 5. Day 4, where is this match heading? An Indian victory for sure. Just a matter of fact that England have survived to fight another day. That's about it. Ollie Pope with a fantastic century. Post-match, post-day presser, Joe Root in fact said this is one of the best innings that he has witnessed. Saying that this is the benchmark for an overseas player, innings in India by an overseas player. So that speaks volumes of what Ollie Pope had managed to do. In terms of India, look, India did not have the greatest of starts. Day 1, day 2, India were dominant. Day 3 was not the case right from the start, losing 3 wickets. Then Zach Crawley and Ben Duckett really took on the charge. There was a brief moment where you saw when Bumrah got those 2 wickets, Jadeja and Ashwin were getting some purchase of the track. But eventually it came down to the pitch, I think, which was on the slower side. So it was easier to negotiate the spinners, so to speak. I thought Indian bowlers lacked a bit of discipline in terms of variations. Also, I mean, they should have attacked the stumps early on when Ben Duckett was reverse sweeping. You probably should have aimed at the stumps. You could have used Bumrah in the first, I don't know, maybe earlier also. Overall, look, England applied themselves really, really well. They were in a dominant position, 113 for 1. They succumbed to 163 for 5. India had the chance to close out. This has been, I won't say this has been the case, but if we are talking about so much about the Indian spinners and how good they are, they should have closed out the game. It should not have been 163 for 5, 316 for 6. Exceptional knock by Ollie Pope. You have to give it to that. One good thing is, like, unlike Australia and Nagpur test, the first test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, they did not put up any fight. England did. They had a game plan and they're sticking to that game plan, and it's working for them. And sets up the series also really well. That England are not going to go down without a fight. Day 4, knock off the 4 wickets, lead of 250, 200, 250. I don't think it will be tough or tricky for Indian batters. As I said, the pitch is on the slower side, so you can get those runs. I mean, it shouldn't go to 250 the lead to start off, which should be under 200. But even if it goes to 250, shouldn't be an issue for this Indian team.
Okay, well, you mentioned a lot of things. You mentioned about pitch, the spinners, the bowlers, England attack, and a lot more things. But let's straight come to Ollie Pope. Sahil, Ollie Pope, he played all types of sweeps. Reverse paddle, and then obviously one which is most talked about right now, the Dil Scoop that he also played. How did you see Ollie Pope's performance, and how will you sum up his knock of the day?
No, I was mighty impressed with the way he played right from the word go. I think for him, we have seen in the past, many visiting teams have come and tried the sweep shot, but it has been, more often than not, a bail me out of trouble shot. But with Ollie Pope, I think the intent was there. He used it as a scoring opportunity, and he was not shying away from using different angles behind the wicket. And, I was slightly disappointed with the Indian spinners because they didn't try a lot of things when he was, persisting with that sweep, reverse sweep, and Dil Scoop approach. They could have been much tighter, used different angles, probably changed the angles from where they were delivering, thoda around the wicket, over the wicket. They could have mixed things up a bit, but credit to Ollie Pope. He was very positive and he stuck to the sweep, and it wasn't a bail me out of trouble shot for him. He was looking to score runs. He was looking to be positive, and it wasn't just mindless sweeping, which we have seen from Australia recently in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, especially the Delhi Test. where they were just sweeping like there's no tomorrow. But he was sweeping, but he was very assured. And I was listening to Kevin Peterson post-match analysis, and he said that this is something which they worked extensively during their Abu Dhabi camp for 10 days before coming to India. They were looking to work on the sweep shot, the reverse sweep shot, and they are just kind of walking the talk. If I talk about Ollie Pope in particular, he had that plan, he stuck to it, and it paid off for him. So you have to be brave when you are playing Test cricket in India. When you know
Yeah.
the ball is going to turn, you just can't keep defending, or be very timid in your approach. मतलब 6 रन पर ओवर स्कोर करना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं रहता, बट आपका पॉजिटिव अप्रोच दिखता है, हाउ गुड योर फीट आर मूविंग, हाउ यू आर एंटिसिपेटिंग द टर्न, the way you are getting down on one knee to play those sweeps. So I think that was pretty much evident from Ollie Pope. And Vineet mentioned about Joe Root's presser. I'm no one to concur with Joe Root, but I would say yes, this is one of the finest hundreds which we have seen from a visiting batter in this part of the world. So yeah, mighty impressed with the way he played.
Yes, and for sure, Ollie Pope has made this test very, very interesting, and it'll be good to see how both the teams play on day 4. But Chetan, Vinit talked a bit about the pitch. Want to know more about the pitch from you? How this pitch will play its role on day 4 now?
It's already a slow pitch, so I think there's going to be slower turn on this, but काफी वेरिएबल बाउंस देखने को मिल रहा है. Couple of deliveries. Ben Stokes को जो delivery गई जडेजा की, it was darted in, and so from that perspective, the ball is keeping up and down. कितना ahead है? How much ahead are they? 120 or something, right?
126 runs lead.
Another 100 runs and India is going to be in trouble. वो 100 रन आएंगे या नहीं आएंगे, I don't know. I think it was a great knock. I think England batted superbly. मतलब Jadeja going at 4 and over in both innings, yaar. How many times does it happen? Unlike Vineet, I don't think he bowled that badly. I think they just didn't have any replies to reverse sweep. Where's the disturbance coming from? Can we silence that, please? Background, sir. So yeah, there was a lot of sweeping, reverse sweeping, which was on point. आप लगा के देखो, Zach Crawley ने reverse sweep किया, Ollie Pope ने किया, Ben Duckett ने reverse sweep के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं खेला. I think एक parallel sweep शायद Joe Root ने भी लगाया था. So they were doing everything. They were trying to sweep everything out of the way. 110 पे ओली पोप का एक कैच छूटा है जब उसने रिवर्स स्वीप लगाया. जितने भी रिवर्स स्वीप लगाए, जब वो 110 पे था, तब जाके एक चांस आया और वो छूट गया. I think it was very poor captaincy by India, by Rohit Sharma. It was very bad captaincy. He was chasing the ball. Axar Patel and Ashwin both asked for, especially Axar Patel asked for, जब स्वीप निकल के आया, रिवर्स स्वीप बाहर निकल के आया, अक्षर पटेल asked for security on that vacant region. He said, wait karo. It took 2 more overs for him to give him a fielder in that vacant region, और तब तक वो चार चौके लगा चुके थे. And then after lunch, the first over Ashwin bowled, again there was a vacant space, there was no security for him. So they were hoping कि वो reverse sweep के चक्कर में ball हवा में जाए, but you have one fielder at mid off and one fielder at deep backward point, तो reverse sweep का shot उड़ के वहां नहीं जाएगा. So if you had somebody at point and you had somebody at extra cover or mid off, तब जाके समझ आता है कि आप reverse sweep का क्या कर रहे हो, कि आप एक catching में डाल रहे हो. बट इतना बड़ा गैप आपका 60 डिग्रीज में, एंड रिवर्स स्वीप वो मारे जा रहे हैं. I think India was really passive with their field placements, with their captaincy, with the fielding. Oh my God, how many times did we see that boundary? चौके पे चौके जा रहे हैं, फील्डिंग आउटफील्डिंग में पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. I think India are taking it too easy. उन्होंने देखा है कि the ball is turning slowly, so they are confident कि वो इस पे 200 चेस कर लेंगे और शायद कर भी लें. I think they have a good batting lineup, but कुछ भी हो सकता है क्रिकेट में. Anything can go wrong. It's still India's game to lose, but this was an absolutely English day. आगे क्या होगा, I don't know, obviously, but anything 180 plus, it's not going to be easy.
Okay, yes. Jamie, what do you think? Because Vineet mentioned that even if England take 200-run lead, then also India will be in a comfortable position and they can win the test match from that position. Whereas Chetan mentioned that, even if they get like 170, 180 run lead, it'll be very difficult for Team India. What's your opinion on that?
I think, look, England's bowling was so bad in the first innings, so bad that you don't even think that even if you factor in for an improvement, it's going to be anything. This is, I mean, I totally misjudged this spin attack. I thought this spin attack would make life very tough for India. This is the worst spin attack England have ever assembled. And the fact that Jack Leach, I don't know what the latest is, maybe Vineet and Chetan know what's happening. I just don't think even budgeting for a better performance, even 250 is going to challenge this Indian team. Had this been Australia, I would have said, yes, Chetan's right, 180 with Lions control and then Murphy and Kuhneman, 180, they would have won by 35 runs. But England's bowling is so bad, even budgeting for India's bad batting against spin. And the pitch is pretty good. I mean, if 4 or 5 balls stay low, normally by now, the kind of raging turners we've seen in the last 4 years, this match would have been done. The fact that Ollie Pope has played in innings like this just shows how the pitch is pretty good. Okay, India were flat, but I think this Indian team will chase down 250 because this England attack is so bad.
Okay. Well, Vineet, would love to know from you what's the latest update about Jack Leach because we're just reading the reports and it seems that he's not in a good position. Any update on that?
Actually, I don't have any update because I was following the Indian team. But I'll just go back to what Jitin Patel had said that he has some issues, but he's a fighter and he'll definitely, do what the team requires. So that's the latest. Unfortunately, I don't have any latest update for now because we didn't see him at all. So yeah, that's the thing. But one thing before we move on to the discussion, just happy birthday to JP. I hope he didn't have a good day. LIT had a good field.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah. So, Vineet, as you are telling us about the updates about Jack Leach, and there is no any other information about him. Do you think that the England team will be going with Joe Root in terms of more overs and all of that sort? Because now Jack Leach is not in the fittest of sides.
Obviously, I mean, he was their best bowler. Joe Root picking up
But
four
that didn't
wickets.
happen, right? But that didn't happen earlier. Ben Stokes had some other plan.
Yeah, it was baffling that why he went again and again to Tom Hartley. But Joe Root really showed that he, of course, he's the best bowler on show. So, of course, Ben Stokes should go with Joe Root. And this was something that was also put out to Joe Root in the presser that does he look himself as an all-rounder for this tour? He doesn't want to categorize himself into that role. But it is very obvious here. Jack Leach, as JB mentioned, there's a difference between, that Australian spin attack when Nathan Lyon was the chief. He was controlling the one end of the play. Jack Leach, let's assume for a fact that even if he is fit, I don't think he'll be able to control the proceedings like a Nathan Lyon would. The quality is just not there. So
Yeah.
Joe Root has to be that person. Joe Root has to be that guy. Somehow he is able to understand how to bowl on this pitch, and you could see that with his bowling action. I mean, the Chetan would be better in terms of giving you the technical analysis of it, but I'll probably just give you slight of it that he was trying to impart more resolutions on it. On the other hand, Tom Hartley or maybe Jack Leach were undercutting it, so they're not getting enough purchase of it. But yeah, on show it has to be Joe Root. But beyond that, I mean, before that, I mean, England would look to get more runs, 70, 80 runs they'll try to get because Rian Ahmed, for me, he was looking quite confident batting there. Let's forget about Ollie Pope for one,
Huh.
but Rian Ahmed looked really good. So
Yeah.
there's definitely a chance that, the lower order can definitely add another 60, 70 runs. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter. It's just about delaying the inevitable is what I feel.
Yeah, and definitely we are not counting out the England tailenders because we know till the time Mark Wood will be batting there, then also there's some hopes that he can even add some 10, 15 odd runs or even more in England's runs. Vineet was talking about Jack Leach and why the other bowlers are not getting enough purchase. Chetan, Vineet mentioned your name while he was talking about the action and why Ben Stokes went ahead with Jack Leach and others on day one or so and day two. What you have to say, Chetan?
टॉम हार्टली को तो जिद पे बॉलिंग करा रहे थे कि डेब्यू है. टॉम टॉम हार्टली को बेन स्टोक्स ने पिक किया था, तो उनकी पिटाई हो रही थी, तो उनको खिलाना ही था. वो कराते गए रन दे दिए 9
Was that the only reason, Chetan?
That was a stubbornness. That's what I've heard. That was stubbornness from Ben Stokes. So I'm working with two former internationals, and they were very, very upset with that. But anyway, so from that aspect, Tom Hartley को उन्होंने देखो, Tom Hartley bowled better on the second day. Joe Root was exceptional. It's just a matter of कि Joe Root कितना bowling करा पाएंगे यार. But for now, he's bowling a lot, and I think he's the one who's got most turn for England. Even Ashwin को उतना टर्न नहीं मिला है जितना जो रूट को मिला, to be very honest, which is very, very weird thing to say. And I thought Rehan Ahmed bowled well in patches. उनकी जो गुगली है, जो fast गुगली है, which comes very fast, that is a bit troublesome. KL Rahul को बहुत problem हुई थी उससे. Jack Leach was not able to bowl because he took a blow on his knee. What they wanted to do was they wanted to use Jack Leach from one end, keep bowling, hold one end together. Rather than दिए नहीं उन्होंने. But it didn't work out because he got injured. They tried Tom Hartley, लेकिन वो role उनसे हो नहीं रहा था. I'm not sure कि this is, like Jamie says, this is not that great a bowling attack. And James Anderson होते तो भैया 180 difficult था. But Mark Wood, I don't know, that was a big miss. James Anderson को क्यों नहीं खिलाया? So, like Jamie said, 180-200 is not going to bother India too much. The problem I see is the pitch is unpredictable. कि थोड़ा सा देखो, if it is 200 plus, the match is not finishing tomorrow. क्योंकि 200 plus करने के लिए अभी इंग्लैंड को एक सेशन बैटिंग करना है मिनिमम. कैलकुलेशन सुनिए आप, एक सेशन मिनिमम उनको बैटिंग करना है. एक सेशन अगर वो बैटिंग करते हैं, दे कैन एड 70 ऑड रन, जिस तरीके से वो पेस पे वो खेलते हैं. बट नाउ ऑब्वियसली आप लोअर ऑर्डर है तो शायद उतनी पेस पे ना खेलें. सो दे विल नीड टू बैट अ सेशन एंड अ हाफ टू गेट 220 ऑन. ठीक है, which means the match is going into day 5. Are you telling me that this Indian team, which struggles against spin, which throws its wickets away, on day 5, it can chase 220? Maybe it can. But 220 on day 5, day 4 and 5, that's a 50-50 game. चाहे कैसा भी स्पिनर हो आपका, चाहे क्लब क्रिकेटर हो आपका, डे 5 पिच पे कुछ भी हो सकता है बॉस. आपने देखे पैचेस, देखे ब्राउन पैचेस, देखे दोनों एंड से. बॉल रिवर्स हो रही है, जल्दी रिवर्स हो रही है, क्योंकि पिच इतनी ज्यादा स्क्रफ अप कर रही है. ठीक है, उनके पास रिवर्स कराने वाला शायद कोई नहीं है. 18वें ओवर में बॉल रिवर्स हो रही थी आज, जसप्रीत बुमराह ने कराई है. Because the pitch is stuffing the ball up, it is going soft very, very quickly. So, I don't know. I mean, in India, firm favorites to win this test match. I still think कि कल खत्म हो जाएगा मैच. But there's this but, because sport है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Anything 200 plus is not going to be easy, given that India has thrown away its wicket.
Okay, well, let's talk to Sahil and let's understand this. Sahil, what Team India really needs to do in the first session? Let's go session by session, because Chetan very well explained what England might be thinking to do in the first session, how they'll be looking forward to cross the 200 mark, and how they'll be thinking to take the match to day 5 as well. But what really India need to do, that's what I want to know from you.
I was just thinking when Chetan was talking and Jamie was talking, Vineet was sharing his opinion. When was the last time our spinners, Ashwin, Jadeja, were put under the pump in terms of scoring rate? And this is a very kind of an interesting stat, the way England players have gone after the spinners and the way they have reacted. So first innings aap hatao, second innings the reaction hasn't been that encouraging yet. with Ashwin, the start he got, he was leaking runs. Then Axar was leaking runs. I think he went for around 50 odd in 8 overs, his first 8 or 9 overs. So those were a lot of runs. So it's not a normal kind of situation for me to see our spinners getting tonged left, right, and center, being swept here and there. And the way they reacted, I think, was more disappointing for me, because there could have been a better plan, as I had said earlier. Thoda angles change karte. Chetan spoke about the way they kind of left those vacant areas where sweeps were very easy mode of scoring runs. So I think they could have been much tighter there. Now, talking about India's approach for tomorrow, I think the key has to be to get Ollie Pope out, because you don't want a Ben Stokes kind of situation which happened in the first innings, where Stokes then Hartley did what he did. Hartley came and swung for everything, and similarly Mark Wood showed his intentions. So वो 70-80 run कब आपको deflate कर दें as the host nation, because I still don't feel that this English attack has वो वाला skill भी है कि 300 भी बचा लेंगे ये. मतलब ये मेरा personal opinion है. But I'll give it to Chetan for the fact that you never know what happens on a day 4, day 5 wicket. But this English attack is garbage. This is rubbish. मतलब इन दो bowlers का तो आप बात करो ही मत. Good that Chetan mentioned that Hartley point, because I was baffled why Tom Hartley was bowling that second over, और यशस्वी जायसवाल को वो 80 रन में से 60 रन तो platter पे दे दिए. मतलब Joe Root could have been a better option against Yashasvi Jaiswal, but why he was going over and over after Tom Hartley, आप यशस्वी जायसवाल को दे रहे हो. अगर आप वो पार्टनरशिप एक बार you just revisit that partnership, I think यशस्वी जायसवाल was doing nothing. वो कुछ नहीं डिफरेंट कर रहा था. There were a couple of deliveries where he danced down the track, drove him through covers, but उसके अलावा those were easy pickings. वो with the angle छक्के मारे, छोटी बॉल को dispatch किया behind square. I think that was all too easy for him. It wasn't a difficult place for him to bat then. So that is why I don't really trust this English attack to kind of even defend 250, but you never know what happens with the pitch. But so far it has been a slow turner. It hasn't been a raging turner, as both Vineet and Chetan have been talking. मतलब ऐसा नहीं हो रहा कि बॉल कहीं से भी कुछ भी कर रहा है. नागपुर टेस्ट आप याद करो, where रोहित स्कोर्ड 100, I think first match बॉर्डर गवास्कर ट्रॉफी. फिर आप उससे पहले जो चेन्नई के अंदर मैचेस हुए, अहमदाबाद टेस्ट के अंदर जो ऐसी पिचेस मिली हैं, ये वैसा विकेट नहीं है. यहाँ पे you can get runs, and if a visiting batter is scoring something in excess of 140 and still unbeaten and people are going crazy about his knock, then the wicket is good. So pitch के अंदर अभी तक तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. अब कल अगर कैड़ा धूप निकल गया, टूटना शुरू हो गया, but बहुत unlikely लग रहा है मुझे from a distance. I think both these gentlemen would know better than the three of us कि wicket में क्या हो सकता है, weather क्या turn लेगा. But this attack, I hope Shoaib Bashir, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Shoaib Bashir आएगा. उसका जितना वीडियोस में अभी Instagram पे देख रहा था, I really like the look of him as a bowler. थोड़ा fastest off spinner है, who kind of plays around the wicket का corridor, keeps attacking the stump, something which Joe Root kind of did, coming around the wicket to the right handers. कुछ ऐसा वाला variety England को चाहिए था, but with Hartley and Rehan Ahmed, मतलब I have no hopes.
Yes, well, we'll have to see what team England's thinking about. But Jamie, for now, as we all know, the first session, England batters will be out. Which bowler you want to put your bet on? We saw how Jasprit Bumrah bowled today, the way he got rid of Duckett and Root, and he was magnificent. So how on which bowler you want to put your bet on?
I would want to start with Jasprit Bumrah, because if I'm not mistaken, barring one spell, every time Rohit has gone to him, he's done something. And the way that he celebrated those 2 wickets, I mean, you can just show, it just shows what it really means to him, Again, I just go back to my earlier point. What is Mohammad Siraj doing in this test match? I was looking at his stats. In the 3 Border Gavaskar trophies matches he played, there were 3 times Australia batted a second innings. Mohammad Siraj bowled 1 over in 3 matches. When you know ye bande shayad 5 overs zyada nahi dalega, there is no point. If the tracks are going to turn, just play another spinner, because then you'll have someone else. For lack of options right now, for me, I would start with Bumrah. He's going to come and do something. Look, Ollie Pope is batting on 148. There's a reason when Soumya asked us before this test match, if there was one England batsman who you think could do KP-like type things, I said Ollie Pope. This guy, he might not have the volume of runs, but his game is there. Isne bhoot banaya aaj तीनों spinners के, So if you want to get him out, do not start. He's gone to sleep a very happy man. The team is gone. This was a team which was saying, who is it? Ben Duckett on day 1 said 246 is above par. ये वो team है. ये 250 से बहुत खुश हैं, right? they probably didn't believe that they still be batting, with the lead. They were 175 runs behind yesterday. They got the last 3 wickets for 15 runs. So it is England's day. Tomorrow, Ollie Pope has Dil Scoop and whatever shot you want to play. If there's one bowler he probably won't want to face, first thing in the morning, it's Bumrah. So I would start with him. दूसरा ओवर तो आपके पास है ही नहीं ऑप्शन. प्लीज सिराज के पास मत जाना. He will veer the ball onto the pads. Pope, even Rehan Ahmed, like Vineet said, Rehan Ahmed is looking damn good. Jack Leach has got a highest of 92. Mark Wood has 2 test 50s. Tom Hartley's batting was 10 times better than his bowling. If these guys bat to potential, that 250 we're all worried about, it could very easily happen. You want to break it, bowl this guy who's on our screen right now.
Okay. Well, Vineet, you're watching ball by ball live in Hyderabad. Do you second with Jamie that India should start with Jasprit Bumrah?
If India have two, Jasprit Bumrah start with both of them at both ends.
Yeah.
Then what's Siraj doing in team?
No, look, this is his home ground. And one of the factors for somebody who's playing at his home ground is that he should know the pitch like the back of his hand, right? So you would expect that person to hit the length right from the first ball, to know how the pitch would behave. This does not look like the Mohammad Siraj who plays at this ground, as his home ground. You
can't start with Bumrah.
No, but
you can't start with Bumrah. There are 15 overs left to the second new ball. If he doesn't take wickets tomorrow in his first spell, then you have no option to take the second.
You expect him to take, and he's the best bet to take wickets. So why not?
Expect him to take नहीं होता ना विनीत. अगर चलो you expect him to take, what if he doesn't take? कितने ओवर करा लोगे? 5, 6 नहीं आई.
3 करा लो. 3 करा लो.
3 ओवर का एक बस.
3 करा लो.
3 करा लो.
Wicket नहीं आई, then you need him fresh for the second new ball, because after 15 overs, the second new ball is going to be available. If he's not up to the mark, then what you're going to do?
But if your most experienced strike bowler on a new day is getting tired after bowling 3 overs, then don't play him. The least you expect him to bowl 3 overs.
Tired. It's not about him getting tired. It's about him bowling a 5-over spell out of 15. There are 15 overs remaining.
I think 3 overs. No, Chetan, 70.
3 overs are.
3 डाल दो. 3 डाल दो.
Because I'll tell you,
Bumrah से start करो पुरानी ball
से. My mistake. My scorecard was stuck. No worries. Thanks. 3 overs only. ठीक है. He has to start.
Yeah. So Bumrah should start. Okay. Well, with that, we'll move to our rapid fire round. We have a lot of questions from our viewers. So we'll request my producer to shoot the first question, please. And also request viewers to put your questions for our panelists. It would be great to know your opinions and your questions.
And panelists to keep it rapid, huh? Thanks.
Yes. Okay, first one.
ये birthday वाले का request है यार, जल्दी कर लो.
Yeah, because Jamie has to celebrate his birthday, so it's a request. Okay, so Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan, he's saying play Kuldeep in place of Siraj in these tracks. What is Siraj adding to this team? Sahil, what do you have to say?
No, I don't think so. Play an extra batter, but playing Kuldeep, you won't be able to do justice to four spinners. 3 में भी एक under ball होता है, तो 4 spinner तो मुझे नहीं लगता. एक बैटर फालतू खिला लो, वरना सिराज या किसी और सीमर को just keep as an insurance, but not a spinner in place of Siraj for sure.
Okay, it's a very different perspective. Haven't heard this perspective from other panelists so far in our live sessions. It's good to know, and I think Dev Pratap has got a good answer to it. Let's move to the next one. Again from Dev Pratap, had Anderson played in place of Hartley, India would have been in trouble. India mostly scored against Hartley in first innings. Dev, I think we discussed all of this in our live session so far. So we'll move to the next one. Sony is asking, what was the captaincy? Neither boundary nor singles have been stopped. So mediocre captaincy from Rohit Sharma. Vineet, what's your take on that?
Has never been a tactically brilliant guy. He was quite defensive, went defensive quite early. And I wouldn't say mediocre captaincy, but somewhere around that region for sure today. But yeah, quite defensive.
Really bad. Even in the first.
He has been. I mean, look at South Africa also. I mean, starting off with Prasidh Krishna and Shardul Thakur. I mean, that was a bad decision. And here also, I think here he just went too defensive too early. When Button Beckett and all of those guys were going for the reverse sweep. And also the fact that he was waiting for England to make a mistake. As Chetan mentioned, passive he was.
Okay. Next question, please. Kuldeep saying, so guys, from the next test, we will be back to Gada, spinner unable to run through the side in good pitches. Chetan, your take on that?
जब next test आएगा तब बात करेंगे.
Okay, that was rapid and quick. Let's move to the next one. Vyan Singh, just imagine Kuldeep bowling to Folks, Rehan, Hartley, Wood, etc. What a waste of a talent by this management. I'll tell our panelists that we are getting a lot of questions around Kuldeep and Siraj. So I'll ask each and every panelist for their view on this. We have already taken Sahil's view, so we'll start with Jamie.
You don't need a second pace bowler, like I've been saying for the last 5 days, even before this match. If the pitches are going to play like this, there is no need for a second seamer. I don't think you need an extra batsman because you got the luxury that no other team in world cricket has. If you have Axar Patel batting at number 9, who was your leading run getter and your best batsman of the BGT, you need that variety. I agree with Sahil. Even Axar Patel is not bowling as much as he wants to, but you cannot be operating with 2 left armers doing the same thing. Axar Patel is playing because India's top 6 is weak. Kuldeep is any day the better bowler. I would play four spinners. Okay, so one guy bowls 8 per day. It's fine. Better than Siraj. Siraj is bowling you 5 overs across 2 innings. Utterly pointless. And not just Siraj. You don't need Mukesh. You don't need send Mukesh home. Your second fast bowler is basically playing on the off chance that Bumrah breaks down. But like I said, Border Gavaskar Trophy, he did not bowl more than 1 over across 3 matches in the second innings.
Okay. Vineet, your take?
Rohit should be using Siraj. That's what I'd say. I'd still prefer 2 pacers and 3 spinners. Adding 4 spinners with Rohit as the captaincy, you will just not do justice for that 4th bowler. So I'll still go with 2 pacers. It's just about the case of bowling Siraj more or using him better. Rohit has to do that. But the kind of indiscipline that he was showing with his bowling, it's tough, but I'll still go with 2 pacers and 3 spinners.
Okay, Chetan, your take. We need saying 2 pacers and 3 spinners. What do you think?
नहीं, मुझे 2 pacers तो कभी भी नहीं समझ आता इन pitches पे. But I want an extra batter.
Okay.
Given the way the team has played, I want an extra batter. This match should not have gone into the second innings. India should have finished this match in the first innings itself.
Yeah, bad ones, bad two.
Yep, India did not do that. We missed Virat Kohli more than we can admit. Yeah, मुझे एक extra batter चाहिए. And I wanted to play Kuldeep ahead of Axar. Although Jamie is right, no other team has the luxury of a number 9 like Axar Patel. That's marvelous, marvelous. So either you play 4 spinners or you put in an extra batter. Second pacer, तो बिल्कुल no chance. Especially if you're playing Bumrah. If you're playing Mukesh Kumar, तब समझ आता है कि आप सिराज को खिला रहे हो. No disrespect to Mukesh, but Mukesh is not Bumrah. I think इसमें कोई disrespect वाली बात नहीं है.
Fact.
Okay. They're saying if not an extra spinner, play Rajat Patidar. Sahil, what do you think?
No, I don't think so. There's place for Rajat Patidar because you pick cues from the way this management operates. मतलब हम देख रहे हैं 1.5 साल से क्या इनका टेम्पलेट है. They want that depth in batting. They're not sure about their top 6. तो वो अक्सर रहने वाला है मिक्स के अंदर. इतना डेयरिंग ये करने नहीं वाले कि एक मीडियम पेसर के साथ उतर जाएंगे क्योंकि इनको खुद ही नहीं पता होता. पिच को खुद खोदते हैं बट इनको खुद ही आइडिया नहीं होता विकेट पे होने क्या वाला है. तभी रोज 4 times a day, I think Vineet and Chetan would know better. Rahul Dravid pays that visit to the square. I don't know क्यों जाने तेरे को यार. हर 1 घंटे के बाद विकेट पे जाके क्या देखता है पास जाके, मतलब राहुल द्रविड़. I don't know. तो this is not how this management is going to operate. रजत पाटीदार मुझे नहीं लगता आएगा. वो at max he's the backup की Shreyas और KL में से किसी का बहुत ही terrible run जाता है. When Virat comes back, you have that option. Or probably for Shubman Gill, for all you know. He's not going to get many chances in the series because एक inning की at max लगेगा. ये तो इंडिया ने थोड़ा बैटिंग हल्का सा, मतलब there were 380s. Had they been big hundreds, even one, India wouldn't have come out to bat again. मतलब who knew अगर वो scoreboard pressure रहता. So शुभमन गिल पे अभी प्रेशर है. मुझे लग रहा है लास्ट 10 इनिंग में हाईएस्ट स्कोर 36 का है. तो अगर कोई बात होगा तो वो शुभमन गिल का होना चाहिए अभी, मतलब मेरे हिसाब से अगर बैटर का.
I think this is a very शुभमन गिल type of wicket. बॉल टर्न हो नहीं रहा है इतना ज्यादा, थोड़ा सा वेरिएबल बाउंस है. कल चेंज हो गया तो मुझे नहीं मालूम, कल
मुझे
चेंज हो
I
गया तो
think
मुझे नहीं मालूम,
I
लेकिन
don't know
अदरवाइज दिस इज वेरी
how
शुभमन
you
गिल
guys the three of you or four of you kind of felt his approach on day one. He was kind of batting for stumps. I don't know why. He played 40 odd deliveries. He was dead batting each and every delivery. मतलब वो कुछ विकेट पे उस टाइम हो भी नहीं रहा था. एक एंड से यशस्वी जायसवाल was so positive. मतलब शुभमन गिल was looking to bat himself into a hole. I don't know why. मतलब वो अप्रोच मेरे को समझ नहीं आया. Whether he has been asked to do that to just curb his natural stroke making instincts and just try to spend time which India's former number threes are famous for doing. Whether that is the case, अगर वो है तो he is going to be caught in two minds and it's going to f up his test career. I can say that with
Yeah.
guarantee. उसको अपना गेम खेलना चाहिए. और मुझे लगा उसका अप्रोच में वो एक था, मतलब वो ना आगे था ना पीछे था. वो he was in the middle of nowhere. I kind of felt that कि वो मेरे को मतलब माइंड में वो क्लैरिटी दिखा नहीं जो गिल. If you guys remember that the shot which he miscued and Ben Stokes didn't spot, otherwise he could have been out early as well. So
Yeah.
मतलब अभी को जो बात होगा वो रजत पाटीदार और शुभमन गिल का बहुत जल्दी होने वाला है, मुझे लग रहा है, अगर एक सैकड़ा नहीं आया गिल का.
Yeah. And Jimmy, I think we were discussing
Back-
this a couple of days back. Sorry, Vineet, yes?
Exactly.
Actually, I felt, just to add to what Sahil was saying, back foot play थोड़ा सा dicey लगा था. Didn't go back that much. I mean, if he had, he could have had that release shot. वो release shot नहीं मिल पा रहा था उस first innings में. That's what I felt.
Okay. Well, let's move to the next question. Okay, Harsh Purohit, that is why coach was missed. Okay, as he has the ability to get daddy 100 and kill the test in the first innings itself. So he's missing Virat Kohli and he's saying why team India is also missing Virat Kohli. Chetan, what do you think?
Yeah, they are missing. I mean, but it's not a given na, कि Virat will score a daddy 100 every time. So they are missing. There's no doubt. They were missing the experience of somebody like a Virat Kohli. But there's enough experience in the team to know कि किस तरीके से खेलना है. They didn't play like that. अगर कोहली होते तो शायद India would have scored probably a few more runs and not even a few more runs, probably in a better manner. I just didn't like the manner they got out in. So, I mean, what was Shreyas Iyer even doing? मुझे नहीं समझ आता. So, yeah, there's no surety he'll get a daddy 100 every time. So, ठीक है, he is being missed, but not to the extent जो इसमें लिखा हुआ है.
Okay. Next one, please. I think off-field Indian spinners are focusing more on their batting rather than their bowling. Last two tests against Australia, also Indian bowling was ordinary and lost 1-1. Something's wrong. Is there anything wrong, Vineet, with our Indian spinners?
Nothing wrong, yeah. I mean, these are the spinners who are winning you matches in the last 2-3 years. 16 series.
11 years, yeah.
11 years. I mean, just one bad day. I'm saying ठीक है, over criticism भी नहीं है, कोई wrong नहीं है. It's just
It's good. It's very good.
it's been very good, yeah. It's not that something is wrong or this line. I think of the field spinners are focusing more on batting rather than bowling. नहीं यार, उनका काम वही है, professionals है, पैसे मिलते हैं इसके लिए, वो क्यों करेंगे? उनका जो trade है
And they're all rounders. They're also all rounders. Yeah, these three. They're bona fide all rounders. Two of them are the greatest ever to play for India. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Vian, I believe you got the answer of your question. Next one, please.
Just a very small line, a rapid fire line to add to that. I think this is the first time something of this sort has been done to Indian spinners at home. So, एक दिन का reaction time तो दो, probably they'll kind of analyze their day better because it hasn't happened in the past, right? They expect batters to come, bat pad, short leg comes into play.
Vineet, what did Paras Mamre say आज आए थे ना press conference में? What did he say?
What did he say? Anything that you spotted?
I think Chetan's asking in general.
Generally, he wants to know.
He wants to know.
Generally, like he was asked about the pitch, the slowness of the track, the bowlers. He credited Ollie Pope and the England batters for their positive intent. He was asked about wickets क्यों नहीं आए. He said देखो slow pitch है, थोड़ा batting easy हो गया था. That's the basic thing that he said. I didn't think anything out of the ordinary. If you have spotted, because as far as Mamre, I mean, honestly, it's monotone.
नहीं, वो तो पहली बात भेजा ही उनको इसीलिए था कि कुछ बोलना ना पड़े. वो तो मैं पहले ही समझ गया था. नहीं तो आप रविंद्र जडेजा को क्यों नहीं भेजा? He scored 87. He bowled equally well, but ठीक है, उसकी bowling खराब हो गई इसलिए जडेजा को नहीं भेजा. But I really wanted to know if there was something useful. I didn't expect anything useful, but ठीक है.
Nothing.
Okay, let's check the next question. Okay. Introspect is saying good vibe in Hyderabad for test matches, great turnout. Why marquee tests are not being held in Mumbai, Kolkata, or Bangalore? Sahir
जो
would
फर्स्ट
like to
लाइन है वही
answer
आंसर
this.
है ना, जो फर्स्ट लाइन वही आंसर है. You're getting a
हाँ,
great turnout in Hyderabad. Why do you need Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore for every match?
वो
और
शायद मुंबई
सेकंड
कोलकाता बेंगलुरु से होंगे ना चेतन. He wants to know. let
सेकंड इज
let's
जिससे लड्डू बट रही है यार. सेकंड इज लड्डू बट रही है. जिस वेन्यू को वर्ल्ड कप नहीं मिला, इंडिया के वर्ल्ड कप गेम नहीं मिला, आपको ये मिल रहा है बस.
बट आई
Simple.
थिंक मेरा मेरा बहुत लोगों से इस बारे में बात हुआ है विद श्रीनी विद विनीत. आई एम नॉट अ बिग फैन ऑफ दिस वेन्यू रोटेशन व्हेन इट कम्स टू मार्की टेस्ट मैचेस. लाइक इवन इन द बॉर्डर गावस्कर ट्रॉफी, मतलब गोइंग टू इंदौर, and why
Indore was a
always
backup. They went to Dharamshala first. Let's
yeah, no,
not.
that's what I'm saying. कि मतलब उस backup के अंदर भी they could have explored other venues, but that wasn't the case to be. I think they should pick some 4, 5, 6 venues and at least rotate between them. थोड़ा एक मतलब मार्की टेस्ट का एक स्टेटस आप intact रखो. मतलब you are not going to grow the game by taking test cricket to every corner of the country. You have bilaterals, you have the IPL, use that. But at least test matches के लिए you have Eden Gardens, Wankhede. मैं अरुण जेटली स्टेडियम का नाम नहीं लूंगा अभी. It's in the news for all the wrong reasons, so let's avoid that. But you have such good venues there. मतलब Wankhede है, Calcutta है, Bangalore. You can kind of take test cricket there regularly, build that test cricket culture कि सबको पता हो. मतलब I think the biggest problem with Indian cricket is they don't have that fixed home calendar yet. जहाँ पे एक मतलब window रहता है. मतलब you know that English summer का window क्या है, Australian summer का window क्या है. Because of the overseas commitments which we have, there's no slot for fixing that home window for the Indian cricket team. I think the moment we freeze that, then we can go to the venue stage. But I think it's very important right now.
उसके बाद भी नहीं होगा because उसके बाद
I
भी नहीं
know,
होगा
because the way the board
पहले
operates
आपके
and
पास restricted venues थे. उसके बाद आपके टेस्ट 2016 में आपके टेस्ट venues और 5-6 अप्रूव हुए हैं.
correct.
ठीक है.
No, I
2016
agree.
तो आप
I knew
freezes
there's
बंद हो गए. And it's
there's
all
a
about
lot at play.
it's
मतलब
a
ऐसे
lot,
तो
it's all politics. So वो नहीं
Yeah.
होगा. आप कुछ भी फिक्स कर लो, वो नहीं होगा. What has
नहीं
been
होगा,
done
correct.
is done. आपको मिल जाएगा मुंबई, कोलकाता, बेंगलुरु में टेस्ट मैच. You should be happy. नहीं मिला तो नहीं मिला.
अब तो आई थिंक अब आईएस बिंद्रा मोहाली के अंदर भी कोई टेस्ट मैच नहीं होने वाला, तो वो तो वेन्यूज अब हट ही रहे हैं. मतलब इट्स गोइंग टू द
But
न्यू
for now,
मुल्लनपुर.
introspect can.
Mohali is not even. Mohali is finished as a venue. I think जो नया स्टेडियम आएगा वहाँ पे होगा तो होगा. मोहाली जो अभी
हाँ, नया
current
पे ही होगा. दे हैव अप्लाइड फॉर आईसीसी मतलब आईसीसी जो सैंक्शनिंग होता है, सो इट्स गोइंग टू हैपन सून.
होगा with time होगा.
For now, introspect can enjoy matches in Hyderabad. We still have 2 days left and one for sure tomorrow.
But having
We'll
said
see.
that, it has been a very, very great turnout.
Yeah, it's very loud.
Yeah,
at
we
least
need to
on
told
TV.
us. Yes.
Yeah, very loud on
Amazing.
TV. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been amazing.
And I think
And
both of you guys would have seen, I think, fair share of English supporters too. I think visiting families or something.
My
Yeah.
hotel, my hotel is. There are 2 hotels. वहाँ पे सामने Mercury है, ये Holiday Inn है, completely filled up with English fans.
Oh, super.
Strong
Yeah.
contingent there.
England
strong
told
contingent.
us about that. Yeah.
Crazy,
Okay.
crazy turnout.
Let's move to last few questions. We just have 2-3 more minutes with us. Shubham Gar is asking, can you please tell one instance of Indian spinners getting opposition out under 300 on slow wicket in last 5 years? Indian spinners. Okay, Jamie is the answer.
Stats guru.
Shubham, you need to watch some cricket. In the last 5 years, only 4 times has a visiting team crossed 300.
Shubham, you got the answer?
And I
yes.
think the art of bowling on non-ranked turners, just go to Border Gavaskar Trophy, Ahmedabad Test, Ravichandran Ashwin, I think probably his finest spell ever in the last 4-5 years. That pitch had nothing on offer, but the way Ashwin bowled, that was an off-spin masterclass. So, wo bhi
36 innings in the last 5 years. Only 4 times has 300 been breached, and one was in this match. So,
Okay, so let's move to the next one. SBR is saying if Joe Root had bowled from 2012 series, Indian team would have made him greatest all-rounder of all time. I think the expressions, if I had the power to rewind this live a bit and, replay everyone's expressions, I think the expressions were the answer.
अच्छा bowler
But,
है यार. He's not a
Chetan-
bad bowler. He's a proper good part-time bowler. Good bowler. मजा आता है. वो चोर
Chetan,
bowler कहते हैं इसको.
any
चोर चालाक bowler.
one-word answer? Any one-word answer for that comment?
No,
It's a statement. So
no answer.
No, I was asking one-word answer from Chetan. So,
मैंने बोल दिया no.
Okay. Uday Kumar saying looks like another WTC final of Australia and India in 2025, considering England points. Okay. Vineet, are we looking forward to some again one India
Honestly,
Australia?
I'm not looking. I've not even thought through to that. So honestly, ऑस्ट्रेलिया तो रहेगी लग रहा है इंडिया भी अपने इंडिया में पॉइंट्स निकाल लेगी आई वुड होप टू सी अनदर टीम maybe South Africa, India. I don't know, but honestly, I'm not even like thought about that.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. Dev Pratap Singh, Lucknow had the best vibe in the World Cup. Give it to a test match. A test match in Lucknow. Sahil?
Damn good
अभी जो
facility.
अभी उनका पहला टेस्ट पास हुआ है, ऐसी पिच बनाई जो 100 ओवर लास्ट करी. First, let them kind of pass that pitch test because the square has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. So probably another good IPL season. This time 7 home games. If the square kind of behaves well, why not? Yeah, because that city, yes, they do know how to throw a big fat cricket party, and I agree. Lucknow probably had one of the best vibes in the World Cup. One of the best vibes. Kolkata was close. Kolkata was close, but Lucknow was superb.
Media box was horrible.
Yeah,
Who, Lucknow?
that I'll agree with you. Media box was
Media
horrible.
box. नहीं stadium में इतना horrible media box.
Yeah.
I liked the balcony though. It had like a nice open space to
But
sit.
you don't sit and work in the balcony, na? ठीक है. Anyway, move on.
Uh-huh. Okay. SB Singh, Lucknow and Ahmedabad made good stadium, but
अहमदाबाद फ्री में लपेटा जाता है ना. अहमदाबाद फ्री में लपेटा जाता है.
Uh-huh.
मतलब
Okay.
2021 में कैसी pitches दी हैं?
This is the last question that we are taking for today. This one's for Jamie. Shubham saying that his question was about when pitch did not offer square turn, Chennai 21, Ranchi 17, Ahmedabad 23. Jamie, your reply to Shubham, please.
36. I'm going back to the initial question. Tell me how many times Indian spinners bowled out teams under 300 on slow tracks in the last 5 years. And I'm telling you, in the last 5 years, there have been 36 visiting innings. If teams have only got to 304 times, you got your answer right. Slow ho, pata ho, nahi ho, they're bowling out. There were 2 pata tracks. One South Africa got 480. Sorry, one England got 521. That only match they lost. Uske turant rato raat 3 rank turners आ गए जहां पे 3 दिन तक मैच खत्म हो गया. And the other one was the Border Gavaskar Trophy day 4, from which it's been 10 months and we're discussing why that was there. So Shubham, if from 36 innings, only 4 times have teams come close to 300, you've got your answer. Forget slow, forget rank turner. Spinners are doing the job on every single kind of track. 4 out of 36. Do the math. Or kal ke din spinners will again take the most wickets. So I will even discount this innings. It'll be 3 out of 37.
Okay, great. So we'll end this live with Karan Seni's comment. Ollie Pope stands matches with Ian Bell. Okay. And the last one, Chetan, a quick word on Jasprit Bumrah. And as we already discussed in this live session, that Team India should start things with Jasprit Bumrah on day 4. What's our take, Chetan? Quickly on that, Bumrah.
हमारी जनरेशन में जब सचिन बैटिंग करते थे ना, हम एक बॉल मिस नहीं करते थे. My word to this generation: when Bumrah bowls, don't miss a ball.
Okay. Well, that's that for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining with us. Vineet, we'll see you soon. Soon, in the sense that we'll be meeting you in the morning because we want to know all the live action from Hyderabad. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining with us, and thank you so much, everyone, for your questions and queries. Thank you.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट.